Alright, sup guys. So, put a little thought into this video. Not much thought. That beard's really gonna irritate me because I've tried recording this 3 times now. But we don't talk about that. I've not been happy with the way it starts. A few days ago, I recorded an episode of Farming Simulator. Maybe it was a week ago? I'm not sure. Anyway, so I was talking about how I popped my hip. By the way, we're in my room now, and this is where most of the content actually gets made. And when it gets made, you guys are on my laptop. So, that being said, this is mostly how I'm laying when I work. Sometimes. Oh, when I work on videos, or I'm slouched like this. And I got my computer here, and I'm working away, and I'm working away. And then I'll move my hip like this. Ooh, and it did pop. Now the reason it pops the way it does and as frequently, and if I keep my leg in this position much longer, trying to balance you guys so you guys can see that's all the movement it takes for me to pop my hip. And I'm in swim trunks because these are the only shorts I have. So, but my joints are really screwed up because of having been born with club foot. Now what that means is my foot when I was born, like this is your normal foot, or this is a normal foot. That being said, I can do some things and twist my foot in ways that you're not supposed to twist it. I can bend it on that whole axle, and if I come in here, I can actually bend it to its original shape. I almost wish that these were colored socks. So when I go to pop my foot, I can either pop it by twisting it this way, and you'll see that the heel is relatively flat, or I can just, little to no effort, I can just twist it right on that axis. Ooh, I just popped it too. I'll pay for that later. But you can just watch it just twist. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I didn't know I could twist it with my pinky. We're learning things today. Now this is the bad foot, it's the club foot. Easiest way to tell. No sick freaks that are going to do things to my feet. If you're going to do stuff with my feet, extracurricular activities to the thoughts of my feet, send me money. That's all I ask for. Because I know sick people are out there, and if you're going to do sick things with my feet, at least send me money. That's all I ask. So, you'll see a scar. Maybe it shows up. It's a matter of twisting everything, and really can't see it there. I mean, you kind of can. But there's a scar line that comes from here and goes all the way around, all the way here. That's the original incision. They followed it when they redid the surgery. That was fun. So then, that's why one foot's screwed up. And then I also have, I have a screw in this one, in the right one, which I just showed you all the funky things I can do. So then that's got the screw in it. It's gone through 2 surgeries, and actually if I step with it, like your foot should stay in form, mine squishes. Kind of like how my hand is. So like this is what, can I get it to squish? Oh, yep, you can see it right by my finger right here if you watch. It'll squish out. Just because there's no form really there. All that skin just flabs when any kind of pressure gets put on it. So that's why one foot's screwed up, and one knee, and one hip. In fact, if you look, this is really short. And this is the part I was iffy on if I wanted to show. But so, you can see, there's nothing to this muscle here. And we show this leg, and this one has all of the muscle. It's because this foot, all I have in it for mobility is this. And that's even just enough to pop it. Because if I go like, I had it where I was popping it numerous times. But this is all the mobility I have. This one is more like, you can do whatever you want. And then this one, through years of being used and abused, I can't quite control it as well. But this one can even bend. And when I walk, I can either twist both of them over like this, or I can walk and bend them this way. And both knees, both hips. I've had it where if you ever look at the x-ray of a foot, every one of those joints in the right foot and every gap between all of those bones, I'll see if I can pull up a picture quick. But every single one of those joints, if I could talk today, it would be nice. Every one of those gaps between the bones has hurt. Sometimes it's all at once, sometimes it picks and chooses. Sometimes it's the ankle, sometimes it's the top of the ankle. I don't live in a huge apartment. I think it's probably, whole thing might be 20 feet wide. Anyway, to get from my living room window where my desktop is to get over to the kitchen sink, which is a straight shot, has taken me a half hour to an hour to move because I cannot move that quick, and that's upright walking on my feet. I was looking for the x-rays of feet. X-ray of... Okay, I found kind of what I wanted, and I've seen so many of these x-rays. Come on, just show me. Why does Google not want to cooperate with me today? Oh, because... Oh, well, if you go and look it up, every one of the bones, or every little break in the bones, or it's not really a break, it's a gap between bones where cartilage would be. Every single one of those areas has lit up. Sometimes it's on both feet, sometimes it's on one, sometimes it's just the ankle, sometimes it's only one of them in the middle on the bottom of the foot. It makes for a great day. So if you know anybody that's got a club foot, be kind to them. It's not fun. I'm going to be, give me a second, I gotta do the quick math because I don't always have it categorized in my brain of how old I am. I'm going to be 27. And my grandfather, who is 94, who lives up in Rapid City, he can move better than I can on my worst days. I mean, it's not something that's fun to deal with, and there's a lot of arthritis. It would cost me, where I live, it is, or well, after talking to the Shriners in, God, that was 6 years ago. Anyway, talking to the Shriners 6 years ago, $5,000 to scrape out all the arthritis out of my ankle and my right foot. if those numbers compare with what it would cost for my knee and my hip to be scraped out and get all the arthritis out of that, that's $15,000 a leg. And both of them need it. That being said, I can tell when the weather's going to change. I can feel it in my knee and my hip. And then it depends on the severity. If we are 3 days out from a nasty, nasty blizzard, I can't walk. I move. It takes me an hour, half hour, maybe even an hour and a half to get across my apartment. And I am not just throwing out numbers. That being said, when you hear the older generation, like my grandparents, your grandparents, or the 90-year-old that walks down the street, when they go, I can feel it in my bones. The weather is going to change. I can tell it's going to rain. They might go, oh, I've got this ache here. For me, when it rains, I go, I don't feel no pain. It's going to be a great day. It's one of the few days. Sorry, you guys are on my bed and we're on my laptop, so it's going to bounce around a little bit. But when there's going to rain, I feel no pain. When it's going to I don't want to say if it's going to be a good weather day. It's just weird in the summertime how it works. But wintertime, if it's going to blizzard, I can feel it. I can. And it hurts. So I can understand. That's why the older generation, they go, I can tell it's going to rain. It's the aches and the pains, and there's so much fun. But alright, I think that's about all I really had to share about that. At least for now, unless anybody's got questions. I know a long time ago I was asked by somebody if I wanted to be an advocate for somebody that had club feet. And I know I said it before and I'll say it again, I don't really have a problem with that. Because I've gone through it. I remember this last surgery I had. A little bit of a story time for you quick. Then I think I'll let you guys go on about your days. But I remember... No, it wasn't this last yeah, it was this last surgery. I've been used to 6s all of my life. Like on my pain scale, 0 to 10. I'm used to 6s. At the time before my last surgery, I had gotten a cortisone shot. And for those of you that do not know what a cortisone shot is, the needle is not this big around. I don't even think it's this long. I think it's longer than this. And they went in on this foot. The pain generator's right here. It's on this little nub thing. But they took this and were going through on this side. Right about here. I'll lower this a tad bit. But what they did, see, and just resting it. It just wants to bend. Anyway, they went in about here. On this side. And what they ended up doing was they just shot it in them. And it just felt like a mosquito bite, really. I mean, they kept numbing it up. I winced a little. They went, oh, well, we'll give you more meds. That was to find out if I actually needed the fused joint. And I've always had this level of mobility in the right foot. So I didn't lose any. And I'm in the top 10%, I think. Sorry, I'm thinking, so I'm looking over there as if somebody was actually in front of me. Anyway, I'm within like the top 10% of people who have the most mobility out of the surgery I had. I have more mobility than at least 90% of the people that had the same surgery as me. That's sad. But anyway, was in the hospital after this. My mom cried because she couldn't believe how straight my foot finally was. It's never been this straight. And it's always had like this kind of, like, it's not straight by any means, but it always kind of had this kind of cockeye like this. But anyway, when I got out of the surgery and I told doctors, first off, you gotta know, I don't like pain meds. I hate meds. I don't take the ADHD meds. I've not taken ADHD meds since I was in 9th grade. And I really don't like taking ibuprofen. Never have. I've taken it, but I've never liked it. And I've never liked to leave. At least until I had to start working at my recent job. I've been at for about 9 months now. Anyway, all that being said, I was refusing meds. And they couldn't understand why. They're like, you need meds. We need to contain the pain. I'm like, what pain? This is a 2. This is maybe even a 3. I feel no pain. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, this is what I used to go to sleep with. They're like, you're kidding. You just got out of surgery. You need meds. Why are you refusing? Because I have no pain. This is next to nothing. I don't need them. I mean, the worst part was when they got the cast and they were ripping the cast off. Well, they didn't rip it off. They took the cutting tool they had. They went around the foot. They hit the incision, and that was a delight. That was a 3 or 4. And where was I going? Then they went and they pried it apart. And whatever they used for like the sock on the inside or whatever it was, that hurt like hell. Other than the full-on 6 I got just out of nowhere from laying there and not doing anything. That was probably one of the more painful things they did. Up until that point, I was fine because I was just laying there just chilling. And I got allergic. Then I found out I'm allergic to coral prep, which they use purposefully in surgeries because not many people are allergic to it. Well, I am. Found that one out, and that itched like hell, and then they took the cast off, and my whole leg was red and blotchy, and yeah, it looked like one hell of a rash. And then I had a couple of years, probably about 2 of them, where I had very, very little pain. And anymore, I can't really stand the 1s anymore, or the 2s. I mean, I work through them, but it's definitely different. But yeah, be kind to your friends who have club feet. And if you ever hear me going off about, I have a club foot, come back and check out this video. I'll try and I'll reference it. I might put it as what it's like to have a club foot or be kind to people with club. It would probably be more of what my experience with a club foot is. Sorry, I do weird things with my hands because ADHD. But and I've not been doing anything inappropriate, I promise. I've just been playing with a pen and breaking up a skewer that you use for burgers and whatnot. Because you stab a burger and keep all the toppings on. It's probably gonna be my experience with clubfoot. That sounds about right. Or I might have a couple of those videos already up and out. But yeah. Well, my experience living with clubfoot. That's what we'll put it as. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll probably talk about it again somewhere in the future. Because I think the last time we talked about my clubfoot was with my parents. I was at... It's a hotel that was originally on the grounds of a workshop. Something Sweets in Minnesota. It's in St. Paul, I think. Hang on, I'm gonna look this up real fast. Hotel in Minnesota. That was an old railroad workshop. Because they had the painting, the carriage sheds, I could get there. I know I could. The hotel in Minnesota that was made from the grounds of a workshop that still has the transfer table. Because it's got a caboose on the transfer table. Hotel in Minnesota that was converted from a old railroad workshop that still has the transfer table. And it's not showing it. But it's beautiful. And in fact, I think it was in... I think they used the paint shop. And then there were some other buildings. Oh, nope, I found it. Best Western Plus, Como Park Hotel. That's where I was staying. Anyway, because my brother, my dad, and my mom were all in the hotel, and I had my phone set on a table. Like this, actually. I had it propped up somehow. This is my nice work desk. Who likes it? But I had it set up on something similar to this. It wasn't this exact phone. We're talking like 3, 4, 10 phones ago maybe. But I had it set up and I was talking like this. But that was about the last time I talked on my phone, so it had to be about my clubfoot really in detail. But alright, I'll let you guys get on with your day. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something about club feet. And I hope nobody judges me too much for my foot that is literally, I think it's even smaller around than this frickin' paper towel. Yeah. It's way smaller. I think the diameter of my foot is actually about like that. So, please don't judge. And then anytime you see me out in public, I will always be in jeans because I do not like shorts because it shows off the chicken leg. Nobody call me that. I'll get pissed. Or I'll just walk away from you because you'll hurt my feelers. I'll probably walk away or I'll tell you what I think depending on the day. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. And be kind to the people out there with club feet because it sure as hell is not a fun day when the weather is changing. See you guys later. Bye. Oh, that is the wrong button. I went in like I was going to end the video with Windows 10 software I use, which is Windows G. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys later. Bye.